Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Everyday Upland. So you guys see what the topic is? That's what I'll be talking about today. First I want to get on this People's Champ challenge. Right now, the challenge is still going on. I'm claiming a top 50 spot. I'm not gonna be number one. I'm not gonna win the challenge. I just realized it's very costly and after me making the purchases I did before starting the challenge wasn't really a good idea. Oh, hold on, I see something. Hold on. Wasn't really a good idea, so I decided to just do as much as I can and then leave it at that with the challenge. So Abdullah is in Chicago. I think he's either buying up Chicago or buying up the rest of the new release, or he's starting up a node or has a node there. I'm not really sure exactly what he's doing. He's an individual I got to keep my eye on anytime I see his block explorer. I'm always gonna click on to see what is going on. Hopefully it pops up again. I can click to see if not gonna be able to know if he has a lot of new purchases, but maybe there's something there to see if how many properties maybe he owns. I don't know in Chicago to see if there's a node run or Abdullah is in charge of. Always keep your eye on these guys whenever you see them on the map. Always kind of take some time and look into what they're doing because sometimes their moves will make you money. So, anyway, so yeah, get back to topic. All right, so yeah, so I was just gonna settle for the top 50. We'll see what happens there, what I get just for participating. We'll see how that goes. And then so I was thinking about the new city release and how much it's gonna cost us to mint property. I don't believe it's gonna be on the level of LA, whichever city is next. I'm hoping it's Vegas. Don't know for sure, but if it is, hopefully the cost to mint is not as expensive as LA. Doesn't drain your UPEX and because like I'm feeling right now I'm in a position where I would like to try to buy some properties to earn some more yield. I've only been in the game a short time, so yield is a good thing because some people are having that over 100,000 upix and 100,000 upix and probably they're able to earn a good yield and be able to mint continuously, which is something I'd like to do. It'd be nice to be able to make at least 10,000 upix a week. I think is it a week or a day? I think it's a day. Yeah, more like a day. That would be nice. That's the goal right now. Yeah, yes. So Tom, thank you for your input today. Yeah, for hopefully for the new city, it's in the price range of Queens. I'll be very happy with that because Queens, I was actually surprised of the prices it was, and when I saw what it was, I just jumped in and went crazy and bought a whole bunch of properties in one area. But that's something I'm hoping again, whether it's Vegas or it's somewhere else, that it is the same price as Queens or close enough to it so I can mint a ton of properties. Like right now, I'm thinking long term, even though sometimes I may say in my videos, oh, I may think of selling a few. Yeah, I'm selling one or two properties, but not enough to really make much of a difference. If I was to sell all those properties, it wouldn't raise a whole bunch of UPEX for me. But I'm buying and holding for the long haul, maybe a year and a half. Let's say 15 months into the game or so, 16 months before I actually try to sell like a good sized portion of properties that I own because the floors aren't high enough. And um yeah, for LA, yeah, that was a big thing. I really didn't like that. Like I went in with like a stupid amount of UPEX, and I don't see me even being able to recoup that, even if I sold everything for min price right now, because the price in LA has dropped. And I'm not complaining about my properties there. It just gave me a lot of it's helped me a lot with my yield per month in LA. But right now, even though LA was like that, it did have a lot of properties with high yield, so that pushed me up. Not saying I want those prices again, but if they're like Queens and I can find some nice gems and find some good ones for some fair prices in the new release, I can hopefully get those properties that have good yield and help me to get up to that, at least that 100,000. Like, but it's gonna take me quite a bit to get there, to be honest, because it took me a while to get to even where I'm at right now. So I want to get and accumulate as many yield as I possibly can for the future, because the future releases, whether it's going to be international or still in the United States, you're going to need to be getting some good yield to be always in these new city release and stuff like that. So yeah, that's one thing I'm looking at with all of my my properties and what I'm doing. So yeah, and let me talk about racing. So racing is there's so much happening in the background with racing. It's unbelievable. I love it. I like to see all these plans come together. Everyone's trying to figure out what they're gonna do, how they're gonna do it, and and what's it called? Yeah, and what they're gonna do and things like that. It's quite interesting. Yeah, mints like 5,000 or less. I don't think it will be less than 5,000, but it's gonna be maybe starting there for the non FSA properties. FSAs obviously will be like 2,000, maybe if we're lucky 1,500, or in the I think it was the Chicago re-release, as I call it. They had some properties for like under 1,000, but I don't think you can do anything with it. There isn't much yield there or anything like that. But those are the non F are the FSA properties. So yeah, 5,000 or higher I can work with, because at least I'll be able to buy like maybe if it's 5,000 or more, I could get 20 to 30 properties in any new city, which is not so bad. And then mint all of those and then see what happens if it gets minted out right away. But we'll see. I don't know. Like city hasn't been minted out right away for me that I was a part of. Or have I been? No, I haven't been a part of any city that was minted away, because even while I started the game, I was playing I wasn't participating in any of the city openings at the time, because I was just learning the game. So I was just like, nah, I ain't getting involved in that. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. I get one of these. I wonder how much he minted this for. Wow. Look at the price of this. Man. Anyhow, in New Orleans, look at that. 22. That's crazy. Yeah, properties like that I would love to find, but I know that those things are in the hundreds of thousands. But yeah, yeah, you know what? The early part of the game, I'm gonna say this: the early part of the game, I was in Cleveland, and I started moving around and going different places and clicking on different properties. and some parts of the cities they had like 100,000 upics a month, 300,000, 500,000. I was just like, what? How do you even own one of those properties that gives you 500,000 upics a month? That's a ton. You just have to buy that and you're good. 500,000. You just buy that property and two other ones. Who cares how much they cost? You put that in a collection and it's over. Like you're making 500,000 upics a month. You don't need to put a dollar else into the game. Nothing, because you're going to be generating so much upics and you're going to be buying so many more properties. Every time there's a city opening with 500,000 upics, oh man, all you have to do is just mint like 250,000 or more, I don't know, right away, or 300,000, and the next 200,000 you just take your time and go through and look for certain things and complete certain collections, and or what you think may be collections, and buy and sell and flip and all of those things with like your 200,000, just to see what you can get, or if you can increase your earnings. But I hope there's some hidden properties like that. That would be nice to be. Yeah, 100%, man. You have 500,000 K per month coming in. You're doing well. You're doing very well. Every city that opens, you're just like, all right, let's go, let's get it. I'm good to go. And if you skip one and don't participate in one just cause, and come in later, you can, because you have, who knows, six, 700,000 upics by that time. Like, wow, that's just crazy. Yeah, that would be nice. But yeah, back to the racing and what did I say? The racing and behind the scenes and the structures. So it's gonna be pretty cool once June 6th comes. Whether or not I'm hoping a new city is released right away, because everyone's anticipating that and hoping for that. Everyone's kind of prepping themselves for it. Nothing has been announced yet, and it's probably what, maybe 8 days until this event kicks off. So if they release another city, that would be nice. Vegas would be perfect. I've been kind of looking at the size of Vegas, and it doesn't look that big. I don't know. I'm not really familiar with everything there. I haven't really looked on the map as yet. I'm kind of waiting for them to at least give some more clues or something, and then I can kind of start looking into the city and get some history. I kind of looked for some streets and stuff like that already, but I haven't really looked at like museums or landmarks or what is what population or any of those things as yet. I just kind of just looked at the streets just to see what are the streets there. But it's gonna be interesting to see which city they do release, and then also with that city release, hopefully they release the ornaments with the structures and the light beams and all the ones that we were voting on before. If they do that, that would be nice, because a lot of the racing clubs are already planning out everything, every step, whether it's who the commissioner is, who the team owners are. Teams are being formulated, and all these different things. So a lot of stuff is happening right now, getting ready for the release of cars, the new updates in Upland, which I believe is going to be like a 3D styles. Because, well, maybe not right off the bat, because there's only going to be, maybe, I'm assuming, one car they're giving away. I don't think they're going to be, um, hopefully, if they do that, they do come with like some cars, other cars other than just the one Meta Motors car, because that would be terrible if you just have just the one car. It's only one person gets to really drive around the city and stuff like that. So, and yeah, there's supposed to be a tour in Brooklyn if you guys want to earn a little bit of spark. Or they're giving, I think it's 0.01 spark to take the tour. You get extra cents, um, and stuff like that. So you guys can attend if you want. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go because I gotta spend, maybe, I think it's only $10 because it's just one train ride over, but I don't know if I'm going to because I don't have too much sense. This people's champ competition kind of just destroyed my sense. Normally I have a ton, but I don't have much today at all. So, well, we'll see. We shall see how that goes. But yeah, I'm waiting to see the structures, the final structures. Like I've been talking about this. I haven't really heard anybody else mention it, but all the structures that we voted on, I really want to see what they're going to be used for. Like, are they going to be used as where the new update, for example, say June 6th to do an update where like overnight at whatever time they do a maintenance on the day of, right? They're doing maintenance the night before, update it so when the six comes and they're revealing all these things. I hope they change out the designs of the homes that we have now. Hopefully they can design something or redesign something that will fit on all the properties based on all the new designs we have. Whether they won or not, I think all those designs should be considered as a part of the game because some people have different type of properties. It shouldn't just be, oh, we only have what, I don't know how many. I don't know how many winners did they have for those. I think they had one for each category. I think it was four categories, and they had maybe three or four different style. No, no more than four or five. Let's say five style homes that were designed by other people. They should incorporate those homes too. Like be the cheaper end of the properties and just have a variety. So because there is so many nodes out there, and all the nodes, the only thing that's going to differentiate nodes, except for the one I'm in, is the only thing that's going to differentiate the nodes are just the color of the homes. They need more of a variety of structures that you can. It only takes you point one upex, I mean, sorry, spark to start building. They need more variety because all the nodes are going to look the same except for the color is going to be different, right? And I guess the only way nodes will be able to identify themselves is for when ornaments come in, they can have flags that tells you the name of the node or whatever it is or who, yeah, just the name of the node and who's in control or whatever it is, what group it is. But for now, I don't see any reason to keep the style homes structures that we have now. They need to switch it up, especially the landmark. Landmark structures are perfect. They're huge. They're massive. You can't miss them. That's perfect. In the game right now, you need something like that. You don't need to just be what's it called? Just get these regular structures. Everybody have the same stuff, the same design. There's nothing other than color that's separating anyone. I understand you want to be uniformed and stuff like that, but you still can be uniform with a variety. You still that could even be a process where the nodes themselves decides. So they're completely different from the other nodes. And if there's say there's 20 different styles, five for each um, property designs or size or whatever it is, however they measure it here in this game. If there's five to select from, maybe I don't know. I'm just saying, or it could be more. Who knows? It could be a lot more. You just pick and choose, and you can, probably use whatever it is to get your node unique and stuff like that. But all in all, the structures are going to be cool. It's going to be perfect for racing because billboards are going to be in the game, so you're going to be able to advertise. People are going to be renting. Oh, that's another thing. Make sure if you're lucky enough to get one of your properties on the same. The road is the racetrack is here. You have a property here. There's possibly rentals of properties, leasing, selling, buying, all of that stuff will be available for your properties because everyone knows when you get a vehicle, you can get what's it called by buying a piece of property, you can park your vehicle there. But if you don't own that property, you'd have to rent that spot for the night or lease it for a period of time. So it's best for everyone who owns property, try to get it as close to the track as possible. Um, if you're not anywhere that anyone chooses to say lease a parking spot, at least you have maybe a structure on it so you can have a billboard on top of your structure and someone will pay you to advertise for them, whether it's their business, the next race, a next league, a next competition, or whatever, it will be there and everyone will be able to see it during the race while the race is going on. So these are some of the things to consider whenever you're joining the node to try and be in hopefully try to be where all the action is, and you will benefit a ton from that because those parts of the game are coming where people will be able to rent. And there's so many other aspects that I'm not really gonna go into this video. The reason being is that those perspective or aspects of the game that are coming is something I've been planning for. And if you want to know, you have to watch my previous videos. I'm not going to go into it now because the time is close. And if you just started watching, you have to kind of go back and watch and see what I was talking about then. And I can go from there because that's something it's going to be a big part for me, and it's a possible meta venture for me. So I'm not going to give away my meta venture idea, but it's going to be something. So yeah, I have to position myself. That's why getting the spark and building your properties, your structures is key. It's key. It's key. Any plans that you have in the game, this is your opportune time because things are slow right now. Upland is doing little competitions, a little in-game stuff to kind of keep us active, and keep us kind of, holding on a little bit longer until Genesis week happens, and yeah, it's gonna be something. I'm excited for that. But yeah, so top 50 finish. Next city, hopefully Las Vegas, and it's not too expensive to mint, so we can accumulate as many properties as possible. Um, Racing, a lot of stuff happening in the background. There's a lot of teams being formulated, a lot of things are happening, tracks to be approved soon. A lot of stuff. Just getting on the Discord, click, go through every Discord that you're a part of, and Discord server that you're a part of, and see if you can find anything on what is happening when it comes to racing. It depends on which node. If you're a part of a node, I don't really want to say anything that's happening in my node until they say, hey, let everybody know about this, but things are happening in other nodes as well. Things are happening there too. So just find a node, get involved, take part. Many things are happening in this game, so you just gotta be there and keep your ear to the ground. All right, guys, that's it for me. If you guys like the content, please hit the like button, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and hit that notification button so the next time I'm doing a live, you guys will be notified. All right, guys, see you tomorrow. Bye.